be doing Season 8 here for this F1 2017 Career Mode here for the Canadian Grand Prix, and as you can see there on screen, we can get the gearbox replaced, and it says, as the current gearbox has fulfilled its requirement to complete 6 races, a new gearbox can be fitted without triggering a penalty. Do you wish to fit a new gearbox now? Yes. So if you remember back in the last episode, that was a Monaco Grand Prix. If you didn't, go and check that out. Link will be down in the description. We did alright. It was some kind of weird stop, messed up stop, but we got our tyres on the Grand Prix anyway, so hopefully it should be a good race. For the Ferrari, of course, that straight line speed of the Ferrari should help us because we are the fastest car in the game. In terms of chassis, I think we're right as well. It's just downforce we're pretty bad on. Right, so as we go into this is the kind of scene that we're looking at the moment. So at the moment we're just waiting for this that will come at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, which I think is after this race, so we should be alright. And we should be looking good towards the end.
Here we are, live in Montreal at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, where the teams are making final preparations before today's practice session gets underway. In 1999, the outside track wall, situated on the last corner of the lap, ended the race of 3 Formula One world champions, Damon Hill, Michael Schumacher and Jacques Villeneuve. Since then, the wall has come to be known to fans around the world as the infamous Wall of Champions.
Turns 13 and 14 are definitely the most demanding corners on the track. A quick chicane section, entering at over 180 miles per hour, drivers use plenty of curb and get very close to the wall. But hitting those curbs at the wrong angle can easily put the car offline. You'll see a lot of drivers bail out of committing into turn 13, using the escape road to avoid contact with the wall.
Right, so I'm back. So coming into practice now. It's actually a dry practice one, which should be good for me. Get some more breezers points under the belt. Definitely we should look more confident coming into this race. Yeah, that upgrade should come for the next race, which hopefully doesn't fail, because that would help me. We get purple. And that is now done and sorted. And up next is the tyre management. Hopefully that's not too loud as well. Up next is tyre management. It should be easy. Hopefully that won't affect this qualifying session. Probably won't. Shouldn't do, should it? Hopefully it shouldn't. We should be able to get all these tyre programs done. All these practice programs done and dusted before the rain turns up. Hopefully no rain in qualifying as well. Right, in terms of fuel. That's that practice program done. So up next is the race strategy. Should be easy. Just 3 consistent laps. Just making sure that green marker is up on my pace for the target lap time. And then at the end we'll put a setup on and then run through it. Now through the second sector. How's my parts doing actually? Right, turbo needs changing at the end of this practice session. I need to remember that as well. Why did they go in first gear for? I don't know. I'm just not going to be talking for the rest of this race, for the rest of this yeah, these 3 laps. Just need to concentrate. Flying up the chicane there through the wall of champions. Who is it? Is that McLaren Honda? If that is, I'm gonna be real mad. Cause that's dirty air. Yes, it is. For God's sake. I bet it's Alonso as well. Oh, it's Alonso. Yeah, it is. Let's return to the garage, because that now is done. So let's load the setup, and then do the practice session. No. No, 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 no. I don't want this rain to come. No. Stay away, rain. Stay away. It's actually raining. It's actually gonna rain. I need to get this lap in now. This is vital. It's gonna rain with all the practice too, which isn't slightly good. To see some former droplets lay a line on the sky. Yeah, I wanna retire from the session and do it in Q2. Which I'm gonna have to do. Just not what I really wanted to do, but I've got to.
Look at the classification at the end of the session then. Here are your top 3. A Ferrari, Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. Practice times are on the board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F1 action soon.
So that is qualifying done for this Canadian Grand Prix. Let's get this second practice session I've done with. It's everywhere. I'm going to reach the point. Right, so 424, so hopefully. Okay. In fact, while I'm here, I'll change the turbo. Energy store, I'm still using the first power unit, so that's, I want to keep that there. I don't want to change that. If I can use this, I'm going to see if I can try and separate my durability. But we just need to get this done. See if we can try and top these practice sessions on. I'm not really bothered where we finish, it's just if we can get a purple lap in. So hopefully we can get in a purple lap. That wasn't a good corner. Seemed to be the second fastest sector. So we're going to open the DRS. Quite violently over the bump as well. That was right, so we're going to advance to qualifying now.
As all the cars are now over the line, your top three again are a Ferrari, Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. That's it for practice then. We'll see you again soon.
That was impressive there from Fernando. P8. So many results points to get 500. Right.
Hi, just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
So we need to get second and beat Bottas. Let's get a shot qualifying.
Afternoon, and we hope you're ready for an
No,
exciting
it's
qualifying
raining.
session as the teams make their final preparations here in Canada. With the weather as it is today, Anthony Davidson, we have, to some extent, to throw the form book out of the window. Who do you see having the advantage on this slippery, unpredictable track surface?
Traditionally, these are very Adrian Newey conditions. The Red Bull's habit of creating incredible downforce coupled with the high rake they like to run is perfect for the wet, and it's helped them close the power gap a number of times over recent years. I think Force India as well, always a bit of a dark horse in changeable conditions, and of course the McLarens have a fairly good chassis. Having said that, I don't want to make a firm prediction. More than performance, the deciding factor is going to be the timing. The level of wetness out on the track is going to constantly rise and fall, and anyone who can find that perfect window when it's at its driest will have a big advantage out there.
So here we go then for a wet qualifying. Wait, what? Where? Okay, so... Okay. I'm going to put a dry setup on anyway, on the cart. I don't get why we're on a set of ultra softs. I don't get why we're on a set of, why are we on a set of ultra softs? Anyway, I'm going to drive out, make a flying lap, and then come back in again. But apparently I predicted for the track's wet. Why are we on ultras? Why have they put me on ultras? The track, no, the track's still wet. I'm gonna come back in. The track is still wet. I don't get why they put me back. Right, what we're gonna do is right. 5 minutes to go. Hopefully now it should have dried out. Hopefully. And we can start to set some laps. Yeah, it's looking a little bit more dry. We can actually see the racing line. Just a little bit of spits of rain that are coming off the cameras now and off the kart. Hopefully we should have a dry race and a dry practice. With only 3 minutes left to go in qualifying, so this is one shot really, in a way. I think we'll just about get 2 laps in. Hopefully. Vettel at the moment setting the pace with the fastest lap. So now through the second sector. How has he got that lap? 1:11.6. He must have been pushing. Because I'm in max fuel mode. I need an almighty final sector if I want to catch that lap. It was could have been better, but coming up to the line, what's the time going to be? It's 1. We've just got enough time to go out for one more lap. And enough fuel anyway. Track's still damp though. We're up on Sebastian Vettel time by about 200 tenths. It's looking good at the moment. Coming to the second sector. Now up by about 500 tenths. So this is looking good this lap. So it could be in the 10s here by the end of this. Only Vettel only in the pits. Wow, okay. Wonder why they haven't sent him out. Coming up to the line, what's the time going to be? It's a 1:10.9, 1:10.6, sorry. Wow, okay. I think we'll leave qualifying there. I think we're going to use these race set anyway, as a race set. That was my fault, I wasn't looking, I was looking at my phone. Qualifying's complete. we're on provisional pole position for this Canadian Grand Prix. I don't even know why I said Monaco. And then into the pits, and that is it.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are a Ferrari, Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So, strong pace there from the Ferrari. I'm just waiting for this sponsor bonus. I need this sponsor bonus if I want to get that rear wing, that rear thing for the rear wing. I want to get it. We haven't got enough resource points, not yet anyway. Nope. Okay.
Hello. I just wanted to pass on the team's expectations for this race. Good luck.
So it's just to finish the race in second and beat Valtteri Bottas. Let's get the race for this Canadian Grand Prix. To be honest, I don't even know why I didn't record in 720p because the stream looks good. In fact, it's the bestest content I've ever seen in quite some time. Compared to my 360p content I used to stream, it looks a hell of a lot better. And it's raining. Ah, no.
Ferrari in pole position then, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Perez, Daniel Ricciardo and Verstappen, Ocon, Grosjean, Alonso and Nico Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Bottas, Felipe Massa and Van Dorn, Palmer, Sainz, Daniel Kvyat and Lance Stroll, Wehrlein and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
Okay, the run into turn 1 isn't too long, so pack will be bunched up.
So no stops there for this race, so we're just going to up the fuel and hope and pray for the best. So here we go then. Race around Canada, 5 red lights, and away we go. Better tries to go for a move around the outside. Can I get it? Down in towards turn 2. Come on, run the outside. I don't know if you guys can actually hear me in the stream. Yeah. Because I can't hear my engine. Yeah, I can't hear my engine. And I put a dry setup on as well, which makes it even better. So it's going to be, it will turn to light rain towards the end of the race. So it's going to be a full wet conditions at this Canadian Grand Prix. So no stops needed, hopefully. It's not, because I put a dry setup on and that's not good. But Perez moves into P3, so Hamilton looks like he had a bad start. Let's go into cockpit cam for a bit. Just change up the view a little bit. Hopefully we can actually finish the season before the new game comes out. That's my kind of worry for the moment. That we finish all seasons up to season 10 at the end of this Grand Prix. Not well, at the end of seasons anyway. And we get all the R&D tree done, completed. Because at first you kind of think that the R&D tree, like it's not even possible, you don't even know where to start, but when you get to the end you just think that was easy, that was like pie. It was you just slice your way through it, work on a bit at a time, work on the areas that need improving. But it did look quite scary at the start, and I'm partly hoping that it's going to be in the new F1 2018 game, but I want it to be more detailed, more specific, more laid out, like what Aaron said in this video.
I see that the tyres are too hot. You need to cool them down or find some standing water.
They are. I am in standing water. There's water around the tracks. How are they getting too hot? So we have to get off the racing line and find some standing water for these things. Oh, tyre status.
Sebastian's currently in lead 2, so the gap to our teammate is 4.2.
I said no. I said tyre status, not teammate status.
Was a 1 minute 24.8.
Tyre status.
Okay, boots are looking to
Thank you.
at this point. We should have plenty of ride left in them. Let's make sure we keep managing the full way.
There's plenty of water in them. So I don't know what the engineer is on about. That's a mistake. Surprised I didn't get a warning there, or a corner cut warning. That was surprising. We got someone slowing down on the apex of that corner. Let's use my replay cameras to. Is that? Oh, Van Dorn's got a puncture. Van Dorn has a front left puncture. That's strange. At least these were the sets to me. I don't know. That's a bit odd there for the McLarens. I don't know why they've had a puncture. We didn't use the wet tyres in qualifying, we didn't use them in... They should be fresh. That's weird. It's very weird. Weather report. Fuel information. Yeah, I'm going to try and use most of this, some of this up as well. Try and make the car lighter. Look at that, as soon as we put it into rich mix, fastest lap.
It's not a perfect situation, but I don't think we are forced to move on to a different tyre yet.
I'm going to set the inters just in case. But I don't think we'll be needing them. But the rest of the drag racing line is starting to appear. Oh, speaking of McLaren under it. I think this is Stoffel Van Dorn. About to be lapped by me. That was lucky. No, I missed the chicane. Nope. Anyway, I go wide at the other chicane and he does...
We're considering switching to an alternate strategy. Do you want to change or stick to plan A? Copy.
So, another excellent win from Ferrari. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Rain always has the potential to liven up a race and mix up the order, and they've taken full advantage of that to claim the victory today. It's always a bit of a lottery when the conditions are like this, but they've managed to stay on circuit and have come out on top.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. A strong race then for our championship leader. That's extended their advantage at the top of the standings. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
That's got to be the Flying Finn. Wait, how many Flying Fins have we had now? Anyway, I'm talking about Bottas this time. Just great raw speed, and a good job in traffic as well.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye. Welcome to today's invitational event, where some of the world's finest drivers will be treating us to a special exhibition of some of the sport's most iconic cars.
Hi, I've got something you'll be interested in. Those performance upgrades we discussed after the last race. They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.